Greetings, fellow traders. Bubblehead here, and it's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Monday, March 16th, 2020. Another day. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. So this is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Great. Well, let's check and see where we're at with the market here. So monthly chart still showing some bearishness. We got back under with the gap down today. We got back under the 50 monthly moving average. So that's your key bear market line in the sand right there. So again, we still have time until the month closes, about 2 weeks. But again, the longer we stay under that, the more the more bearish it gets, right? We're starting to see an expanding of the bands too, which also calls for more volatility, as the monthly chart does still hold its monthly cloud. So we'll continue to monitor that too. The halted again today. It's basically represent your weekly chart. We're still above the December lows, but we got pretty close to those today. They attempted to buy the dip today after the halt. We are getting pretty close to some key levels here. So again, here's the action here today. So we had an inside 15 up to get us moving all the way up above the 15 orb today. Try to get into the gap. They faded those levels there, but we still have a closing gap above there that we're kind of keeping track of as well. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. Again, S&P futures, a little bit different here because it was halted all night after it hit its limit down, and of course we limited down this morning. We halted the market this morning, and then paused for 15 minutes, and then opened again, and then we had that inside 15 up here as well. SPY did give us some pre-market data, which is pretty interesting. So you can kind of see how bearish it was into the open. We could see that any follow through from the downside on Friday got that continuation there, and then we got a big move up today, inside 15 up, as it got over its halted 15 orb right here. So pulling back a little bit right now into the lunchtime hours. We also like to look at MES, so we're trading futures in our group here. Had a few good trades on this one today, so I'm still trying to wait to see how these levels handle, and we're going to kind of go from there. Okay, so yes, had to pause real quickly there. We just had to catch a quick trade on that one breaking down. So that being said, yeah, so we broke down a little bit here out of this triangle here on the MES. It's actually interesting. This 15 orb level is not really real because it grabbed like a tick from earlier, just from the open, like a real quick tick right there. Anyway, you can ignore that level essentially. Although it is interesting. So that being said, that is the 15s on some of our major ones that we're looking at here. Let's take a look. So a couple of the other ones that are interesting today, Kroger. This is one we talked about. This was on the game plan idea that we provide publicly. It is just a recent Warren Buffett buy. I like it because a lot of folks have been raiding the shelves of the grocery stores. Not saying that's a good thing, but it is good for business for Kroger, right? As more, as they are selling out of tons of stuff. So continue to keep an eye on this one. It could be interesting. It did give a nice move this morning. What else? We've got MGM, definitely one we're starting to hear about. Casinos closing down in Las Vegas. MGM is basically almost a penny stock right here. 15-hour breakdown this morning, so that's one to keep an eye on. Wynn. Right, Wynn has been pretty choppy right here, but this is definitely one to keep an eye on too, as it has been continually been one of our usual suspects here on the short side for the market. And another one that's interesting. So we just heard New York closing down pretty much a lot of stuff right there, including gyms. Right, so take a look at Peloton. So if you can't go to the gym, work out from home. So Peloton worked its way up here, right, filled the gap today and gave a move up to its ADMA. So that was a interesting one to keep an eye on here this morning, as it gave a nice triangle breakout here through its 15 orb range this morning. So got a few chart requests out there. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple, nice bounce today, double inside 15 up. We like that. Decent. Kind of holding on pretty well here. It did hold. Remember we talked about this last night. As long as it holds its 200-day moving average, it's one that we can continue to keep an eye on. So it is doing that. So Apple is holding up pretty strong right here. So that's definitely been on the radar. Target, that's another one too. This was, as you look at a lot of the retail ones like Kroger, Costco, things like that. Target's another one you can go to. Double inside 15 up on that one as well. Nike. Pretty interesting too. Big gap down on that one. Another double inside 15 up today. So we saw a lot of these kind of retail-ish type names, get some pops. And of course, a lot of things were working their way up. If we go up and look at Microsoft as well, another one inside 15 up today. It is pulling back here a little bit with the market. So just want to keep an eye on here. This is a big level right here between 130 and 140 for Microsoft. It is losing. It's got an upper shadow right here at the 200-day moving average. So that's something to keep an eye on too. So anyway, guys, that's all for this morning. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your trading day. We'll go over more at the daily market wrap, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. In the meantime, I hope everybody stays healthy, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game, and I'll talk to you soon.